Hey there, good looking. Are you the one Lady Arabelle promised to send me? I could use the help. I'm neck deep in a secret mission that involves a beautiful missing woman. It's a mystery straight out of an Investigator Vale novel. Ah, that part comes later. The darling Valencia has disappeared. So, that takes precedence. I was hired by Lady Arabelle to pick up some medallions from Valencia. But when I got to her workshop, I found the place ransacked, and she was gone. People in my line of work tend to acquire various contacts. I put the word out, and finally got one of mine to bite. I'm off to meet up with Taraska now. So, want to help me find Valencia and talk to my contact? You'll be paid, naturally. Here's the location where my contact Taraska wants to meet. I hired a wagon to take us there. Hope you don't mind being in close quarters for a bit, my good-looking friend. Hop in, and we'll be on our way. Valencia crafted them from a master medallion. Lady Arabelle says they're crucial to the success of our mission, but I stopped listening when I realized they weren't worth any gold. They're invitations of some sort, but she didn't tell me what for. Not really. My first job for Lady Arabelle was to track down the master medallion, the template used to make the others. I don't know the finer details, or care to. I was supposed to get the medallions from Valencia, but they were missing too. I asked the same thing. Lady Arabelle said, and I quote, "Don't be foolish, dear." She really knows how to wound with her words. It has something to do with Valencia's enchantments. They permit the wearers to enter a protected location. Valencia's a gorgeous young wizard making a name for herself in the Mages Guild. I've only met her twice, but she's wild for me. She probably stays up every night dreaming of this handsome face. I have that effect on people, you know. Exactly. First at one of those stuffy Society of the Steadfast events that Lady Arabelle forced me to attend. And then I saw her again after I recovered the Master Medallion and delivered it to her workshop. All that matters is that we find her. Some philanthropic organization that Lady Arabelle works for. They provide aid to those displaced or wounded by the ongoing war in Cyrodiil, among other charitable works. Now, can we go... Taraska, you're looking well, you old cat.
Say that you can.
You haven't changed a bit. Friend, go ahead and speak with him.
Jakarm was wise to bring another. He will surely use you as an excuse to weasel out of the gold he owes this one. Taraska is glad to have someone to speak with other than that smooth skin. This one has information for you about his friend. Taraska's associates learned of a group transporting a High Elf prisoner. While following them, this one realized the group was the Ascendant Order. Oh, you have not heard of them. They are a group that opposes the Three Banners War. Their methods of protest are usually non-violent, so this one finds it odd that they would be associated with a kidnapping. But this is not Taraska's affair. Inside there, Taraska followed long enough to watch them disappear through an opening covered by vines. They did not come back out. This one left something there to show you. Tarazka left a lantern at the entrance where this one saw the Ascendant Order take Jakarn's friend. You cannot miss it. Be sure not to let Jakarn die. He owes Tarazka a great deal of gold, and this one intends to collect at some point. The less Tarazka talks about that, the better. This one has known Jakarn a long time and has suffered his flippant attitude from the beginning. He is a thief, with a silver tongue and a charming smile. There is no combination that is more. Tarazka is no hero. Jakarn asked for information, and this one has provided. And now, that unclawed idiot owes her.
Thanks for talking to Tarazka. He's as cranky as ever. Anyway, the prisoner he mentioned must be the lovely Valencia. We need to rescue her. Let's get inside and find Valencia and her kidnappers. I should have expected that. I ran into them during my first job for Lady Arabelle. They got their hands on the Master Medallion before I stole it back. Makes sense they'd go after the others. But why take Valencia? Theories aren't part of my repertoire, but I can smell trouble when it's brewing. The Ascendant Order is planning something big, and I don't like it. Come on, let's find Valencia. More rescue.
Bah! Dull-clawed pieces of... How could this happen? Yes. Hello. What are you doing out in the middle of nowhere? Going for a walk? This one often walks. Nervous? Me? Ha! Do not make this one laugh. Hallin here is just horrible. Bandits kicked this one out of his home and stole his crops. Hallin here is just a simple... You will help? Oh, bless you. This one planted his crops in a cavern nearby. You are... I am sorry. Falura is this one's loyal father. I could... Do not worry.
Looks like a quick little adventure. I'm game.
The Ascendant Order must have a hideout in here somewhere. Tarazka said he left a lantern at the entrance, right? Well, it could be anything, really. Just keep your eyes open, and deal with anything that wants to stab, burn, or eat us. Remember, Tarazka said he left a lantern by...
This.
I'm here if you need me. That looks like a piece of Valesia's robes. She always did look great in that color. Come on, we must be close. You can handle this, right? Smaller footprints could be Valesia's.
Let's knock some heads.
But I'm here if you need me.
And down they go.
You can handle this, right? I'll watch your back. Go get him.
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
Paid off.
real issue.
You can handle this, right? If you need me.
This one's mine. Got to be better than that to stop us.
Sarah, a moment, please. You made it. Good. We have a great deal to talk in a clearing to the southeast, but that can wait. I trust you've seen what Hallandir and I were growing in there. Moon sugar. In its raw form. It's a crude narcotic, but if you refine it, it becomes something truly odious. Skooma. I had to be sure he could do it. Moon sugar is temperamental. No one's been able to grow it here in Vardenfell. Until Hallandir. I need you to take the notes you found to Captain Beckis in Seyda Neen. Tell him everything, It's complicated. I was a member of House Redwing's Narcotics Oath Bureau. I made some very serious mistakes. If I brought this tip to Captain Bethis, he would ignore me. But he has no reason to distrust you. Please, do this for me, Sarah. If you'd ever taken it, you'd know. Skooma is a powerful hallucinogen. Addictive, deadly, and cheap. Lethal overdoses are routine in Morrowind. Once it's got its hooks in you, you'll do anything to get it. Steal, rape, kill. If you'd ever take...
You've got this, but I'm here if you need me.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
Go get him!
Healer!
This, but I'm here if you need me. Look, that must be Karaska's lantern. I think we found our entrance. Alessia, your dashing hero is here to rescue you.
I need healing!
That was Alessia. This way. Don't worry, Alessia. Your hero has arrived.
Didn't think anyone would find me in here, least of all Jakan, but I am thankful to you both. The invitation medallions. Jakan was supposed to pick them up for Lady Arabelle, but the Ascendant Order stole them. We have to get... I just finished the invitation medallions for Lady Arabelle when the Ascendant Order burst into my workshop. They kidnapped me, took the medallions, tied me up, and left me here. They never even asked any questions. I don't understand it. I don't know for sure, but the group split up when we arrived. A few dragged me in here while the others went off deeper into the cave. They must have taken the medallions that way. There are 5 medallions total. Please, you must find them. Give me a moment, and I'll help you look for the medallions. It's extremely important that we get them back. Those Ascendant Order thugs must have taken them further into the cave. We met a couple of times. He wouldn't have been memorable at all if he had not been so determined to get my attention. His advances were harmless, of course, but quite persistent. Still, I'm not sad to see him. I am grateful for the rescue. Does he now? I'm not surprised. Jakan is the kind of person who thinks everyone is enchanted by every breath he takes. And I'm sure some. I'm not really supposed to say. No, they barely acknowledged my presence, despite the fact that they kidnapped me. And believe me, I was persistent. I don't know how they found out about the medallions in the first place, but their Ascendant champion seemed very well informed. Just that she was clearly in charge of this operation. All of the so-called knights that manhandled me acquiesced to her every command. She went off deeper into the cave with the...
Good looking. Did you find the medallions? Let Valencia know.
Ugh, I can't wait to get out of this place. The Ascendant Order has a lot to answer for. Please, tell me you found the medallion. Let me see. Oh, there's that Ascendant champion again. Lady Arabelle will want to hear about this. But I know this place, Saraloth Grotto. It's in Vardenfell, but they neglected to say exactly where inside the grotto they took the medallions. I think I have something that may help with that. Here. It's not just a shell. I enchanted it with the same magic I used on the medallions. If you focus on the shell, the medallions will glow for a short time. Here, I'll mark the grotto on your map, and the boats mentioned in the scroll should be nearby.
got your back.
Useful. Hold on to that.
Always worth stocking up.
Mind your step. Don't get caught in the muck. I almost lost a boot over there.
You could craft something nice with that.
Welcome to the arse end of nowhere. This is the place Valencia described to me. The entrance to Saraloth Grotto. The 5 medallions must be somewhere inside. Let's hurry and get them back. Good. That will help us find the medallions once we get inside. Valencia said if you concentrate on it, the medallions will glow. I suspect the Ascendant Order won't make this easy. No way to tell. But if we meet the Ascendant Champion, I owe her for tying up the beautiful Valencia. There's no call for that sort of rough stuff unless... Use the shell and see if a medallion is nearby.
Fan out!
That's it?
See something over there? Valencia is as brilliant as she is beautiful. The shell works. Now, let's find the rest. Use the shell again, and keep your eyes peeled for anything glowing. See something over there. You can handle this, right?
Better luck next time.
Oh, wait. You've got this, but I'm here if you need me.
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
There might be a medallion around here. Use the shell and look for something glowing. Ah, there's the sneaky bastard.
You want to die? Fine.
I'll watch your back. Go get him.
So soon.
Hidden medallions throughout the grotto as you requested. You want to take them with you?
Give him a fight.
Now I must take my leave. I have other matters to attend to.
That's all 5 medallions. Come on. I think I saw a way out of here. We recovered all 5 medallions. And we got to witness a surprise appearance by the mysterious Ascendant Champion we've been hearing so much about. Lucky us. Now we get these medallions to Lady Arabelle. Can't wait to introduce you. She's quite remarkable. A former Lion Guard officer, spy, agent for hiking him. Oh, she doesn't like to brag. In fact, she'll adamantly deny it if you ask. But she writes those wonderful Investigator Vale novels. At least that's the word on the street. Anyway, we should get going before more of the Ascendant Order shows up. I'll mark the location of her camp on your map. It's safer if we split up, so I'll meet you there. You hang on to the medallions for now. Pains me to admit it, but I think you can protect them. See you at Lady Arabelle's camp.
Is it always this crowded? Watch your pockets.
You are kind to check up on Hallingier. But what? How could she? Why would she do that? Hallingier is no threat to anyone. Skooma? No, no, no. Hallingier does not make skooma. My sister and cousin were both addicts. This one would never make such a thing. I only grow moon sugar, Walker. For personal use, you see. You would not ruin a life over such a thing, would you? Hey, Hallingier has huge appetites. A little sugar in the morning to start the day, a little in the evening to soothe the soul. Moon sugar is a beautiful thing, my friend. The Riddlethar's gift to all Khajiit. Oh, a hunt.
Please, someone, we need help.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors. Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game. Tales of Tribute.
There they are now. Over here, good looking. Lady Arabelle, this is the one who helped me recover the medallions.
Ah, so you're the darling Jakan was just telling me about. The one who helped him complete the mission I specifically told him not to bungle. Thank you for rescuing Valencia. I prefer that no harm comes to my associates, especially the lovely ones. So Jakan mentioned, well done. I'm not sure how the Ascendant Order ascertained our plans, but at least you recovered the invitation medallions. They're the key, after all. Figuratively and literally. Oh, that's good. I should write that down. I suppose you've earned that information. The Society of the Steadfast has decided to sponsor peace talks to end the Three Banners War. The medallions will allow the chosen delegates to enter the hidden location where the talks will be held. That, my dear, is precisely what I plan to figure out. These talks are too important to allow anything to interfere with them. We must determine what the Ascendant Order wants, and we must do so quickly. But first, may I have the medallions? Ah, aren't they beautiful? One for each delegation invited to the peace talks. And this is for you. Take it with my thanks. And know that the Society of the Steadfast coffers are very deep. You'll be paid very well for your continued assistance. Now that we've recovered the medallions, it's time to deliver them to the various delegations. You know about the peace talks and the stakes we're facing. Are you willing to help us finish this, despite the threat posed by the Ascendant Order? I need someone trustworthy to deliver the invitation medallions. Jakarn and I will deliver medallions to the Alliance leaders so they can assign them to their chosen delegates. I'd like you to deliver the ones for the Fighters and Mages guilds. The guilds are respected and influential in their own right. They deserve to be part of these negotiations. Here, 2 medallions. And look, Archmagister Delric has just arrived. You can deliver the Mages Guild medallion to him first. Please be careful with those medallions, dear. It took a great deal of resources to craft them, and we don't have time to make any more. Deliver one to Archmagister Delric, and then make haste to the Fighters Guild Hall in your capital. Oh, did he now? And what other secrets has he revealed, I wonder? Well, let me sate your curiosity. I've been many things in my long career. Mercenary, Lion Guard officer, spy, and agent of the High King, to name a few. I have many talents, my dear. Never believe what you read in the chronicles. Do these look like ink-stained fingers of a scrivener to you? I am rather fond of the bawdy investigator and her exploits, though. They remind me of my younger, carefree days of adventure. Why don't we set this aside for now? We both have places to be, and time is short. If you want to discuss rumors and innuendos, we can talk later. Perhaps over a meal and an expensive bottle of wine. For now, just deliver your medallions, dear.
I'll create portals for you and Jakarn, Lady Arabelle.
Good luck, everyone. Remember, the future of Tamriel is at stake.
I apologize for my tardiness, but the work of an Archmagister never ends. I saw Lady Arabelle leave. Pity. I was hoping to speak with her. Anyway, the Mages Guild decided I would represent them in the upcoming peace talks. You have my invitation? Ah, yes. Remarkable craftsmanship. Valencia has come a long way since she was my apprentice. I created the master. It was no small feat. Intricate work, making it. Once I slip the chain over my head, the medallion will be linked to me until the peace talks are concluded. And is that second medallion for the Fighters Guild? Let me just slip this on and...
Archmagister! Archmagister Delric! He's dead! He just put the medallion around his neck and it jolted him with arcane energy. Oh, how could this happen? My work was perfectly safe. You don't think I should have examined the medallions more closely after you recovered them? Someone has altered the enchantment, trapped them to release a killing spell when worn. It had to be the Ascendant Order, and they left them for you to... Don't you see? The Ascendant Order altered the medallions. They wanted us to recover them. And now Jakan and Lady Arabelle are on their way to deliver them. They must be stopped before the other medallions are activated and the delegates are killed. Take this medallion and place it on my work table in the camp. I'll create a dispelling powder that you can use to eliminate the danger and return the medallions to their original state. Meanwhile, I'll gather Delric so I can cleanse it as well. These reagents will form a powder that you can use to dispel the deadly enchantments. There. That powder will do the job. Just sprinkle a pinch over each of the Alliance medallions, and it will return them to their original state. Only the protective magic of the invitations will remain. Chase down Jakan and use the dispelling powder on his 2 medallions before any more of the delegates are killed. Meanwhile, I'll restore the guild medallions and... Yes, my portal sent him to Windhelm to deliver the Ebonheart Pack's invitation medallion to Yoren the Skald King. He's probably on his way to the Palace of Kings right now. This portal will take you to Windhelm. Find Jakan and use the powder on the medallions before anyone else is killed.
Hold there. State your business in the Palace of Kings. State your business. Ah, from the Society of the Steadfast, right? Are you an associate of his? Well, you just missed him. Your associate said the medallion was a gift from the Society of the Steadfast. Why would it pose a danger? I placed it in the study. I planned to present it to Yoren. Very well. The Society of the Steadfast has never given me reason to doubt them before. I'll show you to the medallion, but if you make one move that threatens... Is the medallion safe? I'm not well versed in the ways of magic, so forgive my skepticism. But how can you be certain the medallion is no longer dangerous? I refuse to hand the Scold King something I'm not... I believe you. But I think I'll still have our court mages take a look all the same. I thank you for the timely warning. Is your associate aware of the danger? He seemed eager to make his next delivery. He said he was traveling to Auradon to meet with someone from Queen Erin's court. You might check the docks in Skywatch. If he intends to deliver another one of these medallions, you should... We may be at war with Queen Erin, but there's no honor in killing an enemy in this despicable manner. A boat's available at our docks if you need it. And I'll make sure the Scold King receives this medallion from the Society of the Steadfast. Fresh from the warm southern lands, you smell of salt and sunshine.
Yeah!
Watch out.
I appreciate your dedication to this uptight, surly demeanor. But I'm just here to deliver a medallion to Queen Irene.
Be that as it may, a ruffian like you will not be allowed anywhere near our
Hey, good
queen.
looking. I wasn't expecting to see you again so soon. Oh, and I wasn't giving this fine seneschal a hard time. I was just building a trusting rapport. Anyway, I delivered the Aldmeri Dominion medallion. What? Seriously? I'm glad I decided not to try on the medallions on my way here. Hey, I already delivered the Ebonheart Pact medallion. We have to get back to Windhelm. Oh, good. Maybe start with that next time? Anyway, if you can dispel the evil magic, then don't let me keep you. You can fill me in on the details later. Just hurry before...
Did you say evil magic? Dispel it! Dispel it this instant!
My friends, I need your help. Oh God, I'm glad I found you. Something's wrong. The Ascendant Order attacked me. I managed to fight them off, but now I can't contact Lady Arabelle. I think she's in danger, and she still doesn't know about the altered medallion she's carrying. We have a way to stay in contact, but she isn't answering my sendings. I was able to trace the magic of my medallion, and it's headed toward an island off the coast of Daggerfall. Somehow, the Ascendant Order realized that we dispelled their magic. Because they came after me just before I delivered the restored medallion to the Fighters Guild. I think they may also be after Lady Arabelle, and I can't seem to open a portal to her location. Sword's Rest is an island off the coast of Daggerfall. High King Emric uses it as a retreat. It makes perfect sense for her to meet him there. I need you and Shakan to find a ship on the Skywatch docks and get to Sword's Rest as quickly as...
The medallion's safe now. Please make sure you get it to the Queen. Hey, good looking. I'll meet you at the docks. Let's take this one. Quarters will be close. Let's take this one. No one to greet us. I don't like this. Keep your guard up, good looking. Oh no. Those are members of the Lion Guard. What happened? You've got this, but I'm here if you need me. Definitely the Ascendant Order.
I'll watch your back. Go get him.
Damn. I can't believe they're really trying to kill High King Emmerich. Come on, we have to get inside. This, right?
Healer! Don't just stand there.
Listen, I hear someone up ahead.
Have you breached High King Emmerich's quarters yet?
Soon, my lord. We are almost through the wards.
I will suffer no more delays. You have this last chance, champion.
Yes, Magus.
Just how many people are in charge of the Ascendant Order?
Want it?
Looking stronger already.
Sounds like they haven't found Lady Arabelle yet. Come on, let's get to her first.
You good? Of course you are.
Got this, but I'm here if you need me.
There you are. Your timing is impeccable. I'm not sure what the Ascendant Order is doing here, but they seem determined to eliminate me and Emmerich. I've been able to avoid most of their forces, and the few I couldn't, well, they hardly posed any trouble. How did you know where to find me? I hoped Valencia would sense our trouble. When the Ascendant Champion and her forces arrived by ship, they brought a powerful mage with them. Most of the island's defenses were rendered useless by his magic. But what was it about the medallions? A dispelling powder. Very clever. Sorry to hear about poor Delric, but I assume you took care of the other medallions? Good. Last I checked, Emmerich was safe in his private quarters. The wards there are still in place, but they won't hold forever. With a plan, my dear. Head up to the courtyard and confront the Ascendant Champion. In the meantime, Jakan and I will make our way around the back and surprise her mage from behind. Excellent. And I'll sprinkle this powder on the medallion along the way. Remember, we must stop the Ascendant Champion. If High King Emmerich dies, any chance to proceed with the peace talks will be lost. We can...
Take care of this. You dare challenge me? Fine. Step forward and die!
Good work, my dear. How exciting. Well, nothing warms the blood like a bit of a scuffle, wouldn't you say? That mage underestimated me, the poor dear. It's over now, at least. All that's left is to deal with this medallion and get it to High King Emmerich. I've been a little busy, dear. Now go outside, get on your boat, and return to camp. I'll meet you there. I need to dispel the medallion. Then, well, situations like this tend to strike.
Lady Arabelle, are you sure you're not injured? Everything happened so fast at the keep.
Enough, Jakan. I've been dealing with worse villains since before you were born. Things took a few unexpected turns, but we delivered the medallions and the peace talks can proceed as planned. I wonder who the Alliance leaders will send as their delegates. I haven't seen Rigard the Brash in quite some time. Oh, not for a while yet. We're still preparing the secure site on High Isle. But if the Ascendant Order strikes again, I know who to contact. You really are quite remarkable, my dear. And this is for you. Compliment... Oh, such an interesting adventure, don't you think? I must write down the pertinent details. Wouldn't want to forget a moment. And don't fret. I'll make sure to send for you when the situation on High Isle escalates. You're too good not to call on again. Never heard of High Isle? I'm not surprised. It's sort of a getaway spot for nobles and royalty. It's the largest island in the Sisters Archipelago in the Abetian Sea. Technically, it's a Breton territory, but most treat it as neutral ground. Yes, my dear. It's really quite beautiful. I have a manor there for those brief periods when I'm not working on one thing or another. The Society of the Steadfast selected it specifically for the peace talk. Oh, not that again. You don't realize how tedious that question has become, and all because of a nosy chronicler and her unfounded accusations. Listen, my dear, you and I will get along much better if you never ask me about Investigator Vale again.
Been on the lookout for that.
Help someone in need?
Can't even hear myself think here. Let's just do what we came here for and get out of here.
fair prices.
Over here, good looking. Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Remember that bit of trouble we had with the stolen medallions? Looks like we got a new problem now. We could use your help again. Lady Arabelle will be happy to see you too, I'm sure. Turns out the peace talks we were delivering those invitation medallions for is taking place right here on High Isle. Unfortunately, there's a new problem. Lady Arabelle can tell you all about it. Assuming you're interested in help. Same as last time, gold and my undying gratitude. Plus, it'll help me work off my debt to Lady Arabelle. So what do you say, my friend? Ready to assist your best partner and favorite ally again? For old time's sake?
My dockhands are watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
There was a storm off the coast. Perhaps it delayed the ships.
Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Bacaro. Ah, a familiar face. I could use your help, adventurer. So good to see you again, my dear. Remember that little predicament we dealt with not too long ago? Well, now I have a related but larger problem, so let me tell you about my proposition. It pays exceedingly well, I assure you. Care to hear more? Oh, nothing tawdry, my dear. We'll be too busy for romantic shenanigans before long, I expect. Some precious cargo was supposed to sail in on the morning tide, but it never arrived. I need someone not known around the island to be my eyes and ears. While tales of my exploits credit me with all sorts of talents, I can't be in more than one place at a time. I could use a fresh face to mingle with the locals. determine if anyone knows anything about my 3 missing ships and their cargo. Lord Baccaro's conference can't proceed without that cargo. Here's what I need you to do. Check the inn, the lighthouse, and the Lockabane Shallows. See if anyone knows or saw anything. Then meet me outside the North Gate to compare notes. Certainly. Since you're new to High Isle, I understand you may not be as familiar with the local area as I am. What do you wish to know? Gonfalon Head Lighthouse, blessed by Kinnereth herself, stands atop the hill just west of town. It offers an excellent vantage from which to watch the nearby waters. Perhaps the lighthouse keeper saw something that will help. Possibly. When ships fail to make port, it's only natural to wonder if they were damaged or blown off course by a storm. The lighthouse keeper has a perfect view of the approach to Gonfalon Bay. If my ships were out there, she might have seen them. The currents of Lockabane are strong. Flotsam from the open sea often washes up along the shores of the waterway. Some of High Isle's poorer folk comb the beach looking for salvage. Let's hope they haven't found any today. The ancient Anchor Inn sits just up the street near the city gate. It's one of the more popular places on the island. In my experience, inns are an excellent location to pick up rumors. Wherever you think is best, my dear, but do get started soon. My intuition tells me that some sort of mischief is afoot, and my intuition is rarely wrong. The gentleman beside me, Lord Baccaro Valoris, leads the Society of the Steadfast. They're a philanthropic fellowship that provides aid to people who have suffered in the Three Banners War. The Society is sponsoring a conference here on the island. Well, yes, but we're trying to keep the details under wraps. Only a handful of people know the true purpose of the conference. You were brought in on the secret during our last run-in with the Ascendant Order, but please keep it to yourself. That's not an option I care to contemplate, not while there's still a chance to find them. Forgive me for being evasive, but it's a rather sensitive topic to discuss in public. We've already faced adversity, and the conference has yet to begin. Me? Oh, I'm no one special, my dear. I've been an adventurer, a Lion Guard officer, a spy, a diplomat. People claim the Investigator Vale stories are about me, or that I wrote them. Ridiculous. I'm retired now, but I still dabble from time to time. Oh, pish-posh. Do these look like the ink-stained fingers of a writer of overly imaginative and lurid tales to you? I'm rather fond of the bawdy investigator and her adventures, though. They remind me of my younger days. I'm overseeing security for the conference. A few months ago, Lord Baccaro approached me, explained his grand plans, and lured me out of retirement, you might say. My charming personality. When I was an agent for High King Emmerich, I traveled widely and met many dignitaries, including Lord Baccaro. He asked me to make sure everything went smoothly for his conference. So far, it's been anything but. Lord Baccaro.
Ah, a visitor. Or another one of Lady Arabelle's associates. Either way, welcome to our island. Baccaro Valoris, founder of the Society of the Steadfast, at your service. I hope you find your visit to High Isle restful. Yes, a sudden squall of unusual intensity. It died out just as quickly as it arose. I noticed it off to the northeast. Dark clouds filled that part of the horizon. Perhaps our ships were delayed by the shifting winds, or decided to wait out the storm. I'm afraid that's privileged information. Suffice it to say, the cargo coming in on those ships is vital to the conference the Society of the Steadfast is sponsoring. Of course I do, but I learned long ago to have patience when it comes to such matters. Not every setback is a conspiracy, and not every delay is the act of a Daedric cult. Though, if you do learn anything of imminent concern, please let us know. I'm a philanthropist. I started the Society of the Steadfast to give relief to those caught up in the suffering caused by the Three Banners War. We establish healing tents for the wounded, distribute food and water, and provide whatever aid we can. As Lady Arabelle said, that's not something we're ready to talk about. Not until the cargo from the missing ships is secured. After that, I'll answer any questions you have. I'll even proclaim the purpose of the conference from the town square. High Isle is the primary island in the Sisters Archipelago. Technically, we're a Breton holding, but we try to behave as a neutral port. People from all over Tamriel come to experience the natural beauty of the island. Well, nobles mostly. Parts of it. But we have a rich history, and the same sorts of dangers you'd experience on the mainland. Bandits, pirates, wild beasts. And you might want to avoid our sister island, Amenos. It's a harsh jungle that has long served as a prison. Mostly political prisoners from...
I'm a dockmaster, not a bloody mage. What does the lady expect me to do if her ships never made it to the docks in the first place? Should I be? Lady Arabelle suspects some sort of foul play, but not on my docks. Not a chance. Gonfalon Bay is safe. Everyone knows that. Trouble comes from the mainland, not from here. Of course, the waters to the closer you get to Amenos, the more unpredictable the currents become. And storms constantly barrage the coast, not to mention sea elf pirates. A good captain knows these things. None of that would keep Lady Arabelle's ships from reaching port. Like I said, storms close to Amenos aren't that unusual. I doubt the ships we're waiting for would have sailed that far north. Just in case, I sent people to look for signs of wreckage in the shallows.
I hear these knights are robbing people and looting caravans. Someone ought to do something. Hail, friend. Have you heard about the band of robber knights that waylaid travelers on the road to Gonfalon Bay? I came to High Isle to trade, but getting goods from the interior. A rogue band that calls itself the Ascendant Order. I thought they were only active on the mainland, but they're here on High Isle. Rabble-rousers and troublemakers, if you ask me. And now, I hear they're looting caravans outside the city walls. Not specifically, but I saw some fancy-pants nobles giving the dockmaster grief. Missing ships could mean anything. Storms, pirates, poor winds, worthless navigators. Try Sergeant Dane over there. He's with the Sisters Guard and
I'm off duty, newcomer. Got a complaint? Take it to one of the other guards. We police High Isle. Ships that haven't arrived yet aren't our problem. Besides, we've got our hands full with these so-called Ascendant Order Knights. They're stirring up trouble all across the island. Just that they're little more than well-armed bandits. They've been recruiting the poor to bolster their numbers. Now they're robbing caravans while claiming they fight for justice. Honest folk don't hide their faces behind helmets and masks. They're malcontents. They go on about how the high and mighty misuse their power by squabbling over the Ruby Throne. It started out small enough, defying authority, inciting riots, petty sabotage. But now they're hurting people. Something else, newcomer? I'd like to get back to my drink. Ordinary bandits the Sisters Guard can handle. But when we send enough guards to meet a company of Ascendant Order Ravagers, these faceless knights just melt away. And if we don't send enough guards, then our guards don't come back. Might as well be. Most knights proudly display their emblems. They wear the colors of their house and paint family crests on their shields. These Ascendant Order knights never remove their helms and bear no devices.
Always worth stocking up.
Oh, a traveler. I thought those vile knights had returned. Forgive me, I must continue praying for the return of our idol. Without it, this lighthouse is special. It's blessed by Kinnereth, the god of winds and sea. No fire serves as a beacon for nearby ships, but the divine light of Kinnereth herself. But without the sacred idol, the light cannot shine. Knights in unmarked livery broke in and stole the Kinnereth idol. I watched the scoundrels flee to the west with the sacred edifice. Perhaps, dare I ask, would you be willing to recover the idol for the lighthouse so I may restore the beacon? They may wear the garb of knights, but the ruffians who assaulted me carry themselves like robbers and outlaws. Whoever they are, they're dangerous. Be wary of them. Bless you, traveler. Please understand, to my order, this is more than just a lighthouse. This beacon spreads Kinnereth's blessing across both land and sea, but only with the idol in place. It is marvelous, is it not? This is actually the second beacon to stand atop Gonfalon Head. It dates back to the early 1st century. When I assumed my duties here, the tower was in poor repair. Dangerous, even. When Duchess Alea Dufort assumed her father's duties a few years ago, she ordered a complete renovation of the structure. I'm sure she wanted to protect trade in Gonfalon Bay.
You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out. Better luck next time. Oh, wait. Let's make this quick. Who's next? You gonna share? Just kidding, I wouldn't either. Ready to ride. You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither.
You return, and with the idol. Place it here, and I shall call forth Mother Kinnereth. This traveler has set right the desecration of this holy place. Return to us your blessing, and let your light shine over the land and sea. I cannot thank you enough. With the idol returned and the light restored, we can ensure the safe passage of many a weary traveler. Is there any way a priest of humble means could repay you? Shortly after the lighthouse was pillaged, I spied 3 ships on the horizon. Then suddenly, the clouds darkened, and a terrible storm began to blow in. I lost sight of the ships after that. Perhaps they were simply blown off course? Amenos is notorious for its storms, but Kinnereth generally blesses High Isle with fair weather. I wonder, the way the storm swept in seemed unnatural. And it happened so soon after Kinnereth's idol was removed. The idol has little value outside the lighthouse. Its light does not shine in any other location. My order believes Kinnereth's light blesses High Isle. Why steal the idol unless the knights meant to revoke her protection? A troubling thought indeed.
Building up a stash. Good thinking. Good eye. Let's move. Better overstocked than under.
You could brew something nice with that.
You don't look like a salvager. Come to join up with those so-called knights who've been hanging around, did you? Bah! I'd rather go hungry than swear myself to the likes of them. Haven't seen anything sail by in the lock recently, and no new wreckage washed up today. But I've been keeping my head down. Those robber knights have been chasing off salvagers who won't promise to help them. They were recruiting, or at least offering the chance to earn a reward. They wanted people ready to haul in whatever came ashore. Several salvagers went with them. I wouldn't, though. What I find is mine. To a cave just down the beach. But I'd avoid it if I were you. Old Charbel nearly lost his head snooping around there. I don't know if they found what they were looking for, but
That's it. You're dead. Let's make this quick. Never a dull moment. Should have been more prepared.
Good. You found my field office. I thought I'd keep an eye on the lock while awaiting your report. My own investigations have turned up little about our missing ships. Tell me, did you uncover anything useful? Did the lighthouse keeper spot them? Darken the beacon? The locals revere that light. Who would dare offend Kinnereth in such a way? Something is indeed wrong here. At least our missing ships reached these waters, but this storm worries me. Tell me more about the Rogue Knights. The Ascendant Order, of course. I thought the rumors about Rogue Knights troubling folk outside of town had a familiar ring, but I'd hoped we'd seen the last of the Order at Sword's Rest. Tell me, did you learn anything at the Shallows? It seems the Ascendant Order knew the ships would be wrecked, and they helped make sure by extinguishing the lighthouse beacon. They knew my cargo was coming to High Isle. This means the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild delegates are in danger too. Ah, you caught that, did you? My missing cargo is more delegates for the conference. Perhaps the most important ones. But I need you to check on the guild delegates right now. They went to visit a druid named Ravana. Her hut lies to the west. Valencia, you know, she created the invitation medallions. As for Guild General Quentin, I only met him when he arrived. Seems to have a good head on his shoulders, but the war has cost him dearly. He lost his wife in a raid. To disrupt the peace talks? It would be a grand stage for the Ascendant Order's message. Or they might plan to strike at the delegations. Influential voices from all three alliances will be here soon. A tempting target. The Ascendant Champion's superior. When we defeated the champion at Sword's Rest Isle, we only defeated one of the Order's leaders. I've heard whispers about an Ascendant Lord, too. I can't imagine there are too many more of them after that. Her name is Ravana. She's something of a local apothecary. She uses her skill with herbs and healing to help the folk of High Isle. With the conference delayed, Valencia was curious about druidic magic, so off she went. Quentin decided to tag along.
Greetings, traveler. Is there something I can do for you? Do you need a poultice or perhaps an herbal tea? Ah, yes. The curious mage and the stern warrior. They stopped by. When I mentioned that rogue knights had been making the countryside dangerous, they decided to investigate. I told them where I'd last seen the knights and they set out at once. A clearing to the southwest. I'll mark the spot on your map. I saw a band of the knights gathering there the last time I went out to gather herbs. They forced me to retreat without them. I warned Valencia and Quentin it might be dangerous. We follow the old ways. Some call us priests of Ifre, but that is only part of our truth. We are children of the land, like the weird, guides and teachers to those who live in harmony with nature. People were not meant to bow before crowns of metal. Our people, the Breton people, went astray when they forgot the ways of nature. Stone walls and empty titles separate folk from the true way. We help them remember what their ancestors once knew. Some circles see it differently. Circles are fellowships of like-minded druids. Each interprets Ifre's will differently. But druids of the same circle share common traditions and goals. I belong to the Stonelore Circle. We seek to teach others by the example of our work. Yes, travel far enough in the archipelago and you may meet druids of the Eldertide or Firesong circles. Although the Firesong rarely leave their island, and you should be wary of the Eldertide. They do not like city folk or mainlanders. Oh, you'll find druids throughout the Sisters Archipelago. Not too many on the mainland, though. Long ago, we druids left Tamriel and its troubles behind us. But here, our ancient ways survived. Our forebears among the Bretons believed civilization should live alongside nature, not tame it. In the early years of the Direni hegemony, they struggled for the soul of High Rock. They lost. Driven into exile, the Druids left to seek a place where they could live according to their beliefs. Their wanderings brought them to the Sisters. The followers of the Weird remained behind. They walked a different path than the Druids. The Weird are Breton witches. They follow teachings and practices that share a common ancestry with the Druids. Whereas we left the mainland, they remained behind to safeguard the forests of High Rock. We have more in common than we have differences. The biggest that you would notice is that the Weirds are all female, while we Druids accept all genders in our ranks. And we organize in circles of common beliefs, while the Weird Sisters form covens. I warned them.
You could craft something nice with that.
Should have run. Got to be better than that to stop us.
Over here. I could use some help. Ah, my friend. How glad I am to see you again. This island is far more dangerous than I expected. Especially after what just Guild General Quentin accompanied me to visit Druid Ravana. When she told us about rogue knights in the area, Quentin was eager to investigate. It was the Ascendant Order. They overpowered Quentin and knocked me senseless. I don't think so. The Ascendant Order was definitely trying to take us alive. That's the only reason I had the opportunity to throw up a shroud spell and avoid being captured myself. Did you come out here to find us? And Ravana told you where to find us. Good. Now, we must rescue Quentin. I may have a way to find where the Ascendant Order took him, but we should get to safety first. Meet me back at Druid Ravana's hut. No. We came upon them just as they were finishing an attack on a caravan. But I assume they recognized us or decided our station warranted capture rather than elimination. But you came with a warning, didn't you? What did you find out? Wrecked the ships? How in oblivion could they coordinate such a thing? Clearly, the Ascendant Order is aware of the plans for Lord Baccaro's conference. They're here in force and causing more trouble than we anticipated. If they recognized us as delegates, there's all sorts of ways they could hold that over the conference. If they just assume we're rich nobles, ransom is always an option. But who can really say what those helmeted bastards are thinking? I've remained at Lady Arabelle's side since we delivered the invitation medallions to the delegates. I hope to help make sure their journey to High Isle proceeded smoothly. It seems the Ascendant Order is not so easily avoided. I came to talk to Ravana about arcane and related topics, and Quentin decided to tag along. When Ravana told us about rogue knights, I feared it might be the Ascendant...
You're dead.
Been on the lookout for that.
I understand, Valencia. Do what you must to find your friend.
I owe you a debt of gratitude for coming to my aid. It seems once again that Lady Arabelle chose well. Now to see if I can find Guild General Quentin, and by extension, the rogue knights who carried him away. Do you recall the invitation medallions I enchanted? Each delegate carries one, so I can trace my own magic to locate Quentin. Now let me see. They moved northeast, across the loch. I see an abandoned chapel. Crypts. No question. Quentin is... Lady Arabelle asked me to try as soon as we realized the ships were late. I wasn't able to make a connection with those medallions. Maybe they were too far away, or some other magic interfered with my scry. No, we need to return to Lady Arabelle and share this information. Then we can mount a rescue for Guild General Quentin. I'll meet you at Lady Arabelle's little pavilion.
That sounds like a Bane chapel, but only one medallion is there. Valencia apprised me of the situation. I believe I know the place where she thinks they're holding Quentin. It must be the crypts below a Bane chapel on the northern shore of the loch. Will you accompany us on this rescue mission? Smashing. This will be like that time I pulled General Gautier out of a Reach stronghold during the border raids of 566. Now that was an adventure. Anyway, it's too bad Valencia couldn't scry the locations of the other missing dead. I suppose you've earned the truth, and you certainly deserve my complete confidence. The 3 ships carried High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Ernskar, son of Yoren the Skald King. I dare say I've misplaced the leaders of Tamriel. I warned them of the danger, and we took such elaborate precautions. Obviously, they weren't enough. If we find Quentin with the Ascendant Order, we may find our missing royals. Let's meet at the chapel north of the lock. We'll rendezvous at a Bane chapel on the north side of the lock. I've already sent an operative ahead to scout the area. Be prepared to defend yourself. The Ascendant Order won't give up Guild General Quentin without a fight. Whatever the situation, I won't abandon Quentin to his fate. Oh, that's good. Let me write that down. Besides, we have to risk it, both to save Quentin and to see if we can learn anything about the missing Alliance leaders. We know their medallions aren't there, but they could have lost them at sea. Regardless, if the Ascendant Order uses the chapel as a hideout, we may learn something about their plans, or a clue as to where to search for the Alliance leaders. Not a student of politics, my dear. I understand completely. They're the leaders of the Alliances vying for the Ruby Throne. You poor dear. It's complicated.